What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here. Why am I clapping? I don't know. But I am here to review season 1, episodes 5 and 6 of Riches. I call the show Money, 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 Money. Because these folk got money. But according to Savannah Rivers, I have money too. So Savannah, listen, listen. We here. I receive it. You said I got money. There we go. I receive it. That's what I'm saying. So y'all gonna see me. When y'all see me looking like I'm on the set of Riches because my backdrop, it ain't gonna be no what you call that blue screen either. It's gonna be the real thing. You're gonna see me sitting in front of one of those nice floor to ceiling window penthouses because that's where I'm moving. That's my goals. That's goals. Living good because this show inspires me. I'm like, ooh, I like that apartment. I like those stairs. I like that furniture. I like how he's dressed. It's inspiring me. So, I said, this is how I want to live, minus the drama, though. I don't want the drama that these folks have. But anyway, I am here to review season 1, episodes 5 and 6, which are the last 2 episodes of this short series on Amazon Prime, Riches. Only 6 episodes. I hope this gets renewed. It's such a great show. But shout out to folks that are watching this with me. Folks like Savannah, of course. Stacy Laura said the show has her biting her fingernails. I feel you on that. I know I feel you. Lamont Simpson said he needs to catch up. Yes, Lamont Simpson, please catch up. And then shout outs to new subby Stephanie, who says that she joined because of my fabulous singing and my reviews. So I appreciate that. And she is in love with this show. I'm in love with this show too. And Karima Khadija loves this show. June BLC, and all the rest of you wonderful people. Thank you for watching. And let's get down to this episode. Now, Nina's in Zurich trying to figure out what's going on. She seems to be hitting a wall. It's crazy while she's down there. She's in the bar, and one of the dudes mistook her for escort. I'm like, what do you think? She's a hooker? That was kind of annoying. You stereotyping people, or what did you see a black woman down? She got to be an escort. She can't be one that just got money. Get out of here, dude. So anyway, she's down there. She speaks with her father's doctor, who tells her he only came to see her one time. So she's like, wait a minute. These records are showing that he been down here 7 times. What do you mean he only came to see you one time? So I'm like, Dad. So it's that nail biting stuff that what's the name that she was talking about, one of the viewers. It does keep you on the edge of your seat because I was like, wait a minute. What are you doing down there? Why was he down there that many times? So she's a little disappointed. So was I. Now, as she's in the car, the driver tells her, I used to drive your father. And she's like, yeah, okay. And he said, and I used to take him to the IAV or something like that. She said, the what? So she said, take me there. So she goes there and she finds some files. And I'm like, oh, this is getting good. And she finds some documentation that shows that the father was also spying on Claudia. Why would he be spying on Claudia? You know why? Come to find out, there's some documentation that shows that Wanda ain't his child. Claudia had done stepped out and had a baby. But I said, wow. So when I like this scene because you seen Claudia. Claudia was all in church. Oh, happy day. Oh, she's just blessed. And the pastor's singing her praises. And oh, God turned it around because, she probably gave him a nice donation towards the church. She blessed him. Her tithes were probably wonderful. So he was happy for her. She's happy. But here come Nina at her house. She said, what you doing here? She said, let me show you something. I got something you might want to see. She said, she said, you lost. She said, you won the battle, but you ain't win the war, ho. She said, look at this. I have documentation here that shows that your daughter is not my father's child, and I'm going to tell her. Boy, Claudia didn't like that. Claudia was like, listen, we got to negotiate. Now you want to negotiate. I was cracking up. Listen, you can't tell her. That will break her heart. I will get the company back. She said, listen, you give me my company back, then we could speak. Until then, this paperwork is all mine. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Gus and Alicia had these bright ideas for F&G skincare, and they went and told the people at Ultima, the colonizers, their idea, and that got shot down. And the lady was like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We can't do that. No, it's not going to happen. Listen, I would hate to, I can reject that. So they don't have the power that they think they can. So now they have this meeting. This was one of my favorite scenes right here. And they were at this meeting. And now Claudia's like, I want to rescind everything. I think this Ultima was a bad idea. Poor little Dre is looking so upset. Like, what is going on over here? And she's like, and listen, we need to put Nina back in charge. That's that. This is what we need to do. And besides, y'all said they shot down your idea anyway. Ultima's not a good look. It's not a good look. That's it. Dre is like, yo, what's going on? Come on. He runs over to Claudia. He's like, yo, what is up? What's going on here? This is crazy. You can't do this. All this hard work I put in. I said, look at that. That karma's coming back. He said, you will pay for this. She said, I already am. I said, wow, look at that. Look at that. And we already saw where Maureen, who I don't trust, by the way, told Dre to be careful with his ambition and all that. But, there we go. That's what happened with that. Then we saw where poor Wanda just can't catch a break. Wanda's realized, that it was her boyfriend who had went to the press about her family. And I like that scene. She went right up to him. Well, what happened, how she got her revenge on him is what she did was, he's an actor. And remember, he was trying to go over his lines and he mentioned how bad the script was and the director and all that. She put that out in the public. So now Luke is like, oh my God, somebody put this out in the public. He's like, wait a minute, you did that. She said, yeah, I did that because you sold my family out for some change after you've been eating and glurping off me, punk. That's what she told him. And he looked like he was going to buck at her. And as soon as he did, like she said, security, escort homeboy out of here. So I'm glad she got him out of her life. That was good. And I was like, good, you need to get him out. Then we get to this thing where Dre is arrested because they're saying he's the one who has been embezzling money. And Gus and Alicia have the nerve to look at Nina and be like, why didn't you tell? Nina was like, do you think I would ever trust y'all? And I'm like, rightfully so. Why would she trust y'all after she did all the things she did for y'all? Y'all still voted against her. Why in the world would you think she would trust her? But my gut, I was saying, nah, this is not right. Something is not smelling right here. I'm like, it's just something's not right with this. This is too easy. And I'm like, something's going on here. And I was correct because what they ended up doing was Dre, when he got out of jail, he ends up getting in the car with Nina. And Nina's like, listen, I can help you. And she tells him what she thinks is going on is time to catch a thief. And she also gave the information that she had on Claudia. She gave that to us. Now that she got the company back, she said, here go the DNA papers. Here you go. Claudia was like, how can I trust you? She said, listen, let me tell you something. For what you put my mother through, I hope you get nervous and be worried about everything. You can't sleep at night. That's good for me. Just remember the things that you did to my mother. So that, and my family, I don't care nothing about you. You're just going to have to sit on that. I was like, I like that. I really like that. But we also found out some things in this episode. We found out that Simon and Nina's mom has been lying to them too. Their dad has been paying for them and giving them money. He didn't totally abandon them. He has been financing their life as well. But now we get to this thing where it's this whole situation where they have to, Dre now has to team up with Nina. And who is there? Davina is there. And Dre is pissed off at first. And they're like, listen, you gotta come. You gotta help us. We gotta get this stuff figured out. And we gotta trap who other than Gideon. I said, wow, Gideon is the thief. So they're like, we gotta set this up to throw him off. And then we gotta catch him. Now, while that's going on, the kids were able to get into that safe. Wanda was able to get somebody to get into that safe. And they find a life insurance policy. So they're like, so there's more money for them. But while that's happening, Alicia went back in the safe and she found another document. And that document is what? It's the document saying that their father was trying to adopt Wanda, so she knows that Wanda is not her father's child. So now, Simon wants to give Nina his shares, and it's like, no, no, no. Gus is all in love with that girl who I thought the girlfriend was overreacting, where she was like, when he gave her the ring and she felt like, oh, he's just trying to throw his money in her face and all that. I don't think that's what he was doing. I thought she was overreacting. But now we see him building a relationship with her, and that seems to be working. And Claudia's secret, like I said, is still getting out because now Alicia knows, and so she's like, "Oh my God, this can't get out. You just can't get out." So she says to Nina, "You have to speak to Alicia. You have to tell her not to say nothing because this all messes up." And so she goes in to speak to Alicia, and Alicia had and actually saw Nina talking to Dre. So she's like, "What's going on here?" So now Nina had to tell her, "Listen, I had to do all that. It's Gideon that's stealing. You done ran off and told Gideon you put him onto things. It's Gideon that's stealing." So now I like this because now all the kids have come together. So you have Simon, Gus, Wanda, Alicia, Nina, all together trying to figure this thing out. How can they stop Gideon? But they had the nerve to be mad with Nina, like, well, if you would have put us on to this, like blaming Nina. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Nina was like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. She told them, y'all got to get out. But they refused to get out. And I thought that was funny, too. And it was like going to be a mess. So she had to go clear her head. So then you had Simon and Dre. That was funny. Dre was a little upset. And Simon told him, listen, dude, check your tone. We're going to figure this all out. So I'm like, how are they going to figure this all out? But it was clever how they end up doing it. So you had, Dre was like, listen, I'm going to go to the police. He said, no, we can't waste time and do it that way. There's another way we can do this. And I'm like, how are they going to do this? So what they ended up doing, they ended up going to this nice little country club where Gideon was. They confronted him there, and they said, they told him, we know it was you. We know what you did. We see what you were doing with the money. You were the one embezzling all this time. And they were very clever with it because they said, we're not blackmailing you. We're going to let you know. We're giving you your options now. We're not going to blackmail you because, no, you're not going to be able to turn this on us and say we blackmailed you or anything like that. I thought that was very clever. But they said, they confronted him. They told him what needed to be done. Give that money back or your ass is grass. We're going to expose everything. Give the money back. So he starts giving the money back. He said, but I can't get everything at once. I said, listen, pay us or don't pay us. That's up to you. But then you see, I like how they had him in the corner. So all this time, man, it was Gideon. That is crazy. And you see, you can't trust nobody. But look how dirty Gideon was, how he got trapped. We find out that Gideon had a son that passed away, and he named the company after the son, and he was putting this money in the son's name. Just low down, dirty stuff. And he had the nerve to say to Nina something like, well, I built this company. She was like, hold on, here we go with these people saying they built this company. You ain't built nothing, man. My father and my mother built this company, and I'm sick of snakes like you. So I said, wow, look at this. So the whole time I had my eye on Maureen, because I was like, Maureen was the shady one to me. But it actually was that doggone Gideon. And I was like, damn, this is crazy. So now the money is back. Everybody's all happy. Nina tells Dre, listen, I'm just letting you know, you ever cross me again, I will destroy you. I like that part. Now Claudia done singing a new tune. We are family. We all together. Family reunion. The whole family there. Nina's mother's there. Everybody's celebrating that, oh, we've worked this thing out into family and we're keeping it in the family, this, that, and third. And I'm like, something ain't right. There's got to be more going on. So we get to a scene where Claudia's at her house and you see the doors open. I'm like, oh, here we go. Why these people don't ever lock their door? How he get in? Where's security for this big old house? And it's Gideon. I said, oh, God, is Gideon going to do something violent? What's going to happen? Gideon tells Claudia that he knows that she killed her husband. He said, he didn't start no treatment to have no heart attack. I know that you killed your husband, and I have the proof. and I'm gonna wait to the right time to bring it. And she looking all crazy, and I'm like, aha. So I'm like, this is what we're gonna have in our storyline for next season if this show gets renewed. And then there's more. They find out that there is another child. Now remember I said I was something about that Maureen. Why is the other child Maureen's child? So it seems like Stephen was banging Maureen too. I said, see, look at that. So she has a, so you wasn't just deleting files. So you got a secret child with this man too. I said, I knew it was something, because we see at the end after Maureen resigned, we seen her go to her child and, you know, speak to him or whatever, hug him, whatever. I said, wow. So it overall was a great, these episodes were great. I enjoyed this series. My only issue was it was too short, but I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait. I hope Amazon Prime renews this show for a second season, because now we got to figure out if Claudia really killed this man, killed her husband. There's so many more things we need to get into and delve into, and a season 2 would be great. Getting into this thing about Maureen's son and all that. There's so much to unravel. But great season. I enjoyed it. Tell me your thoughts below. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.